this video, I drive 276 kilometers from Bodo, Norway to Arjeplog, Sweden. Along the drive here of the coast of Norway, one of the neat little sights here you can see. Stop here, get some rest. Look at the great big green mountain full of trees. And they got the water. Look at how close this is over here. Pretty nice. Beautiful day today. The rain has stopped and the blue sky's out with some nice white puffy clouds above. Some of the amazing sights you'll see here on the drive along the coast of Norway. Look at this big old huge body of water here. Pretty. And this was a big pleasant surprise on the drive, seeing reindeer out in the open, just grazing in the fields. And look how close they were to the road with no fence at all caging them in. And another thing that was neat is whenever cars would drive by, they would just stay motionless like they are there. Look at. It was almost as though their thought process was, if we stay perfectly still, the cars driving by will not notice us. And then once cars left, then they were moving around a little bit more readily and freely. So after getting off to an early start leaving Norway, I'm now heading over to Sweden, and you'll get to see what it looks like crossing over the northern Norway border into Sweden. And there's the building right there. On this day, this office was unmanned, so it was an easy little crossover from Norway into Sweden. As you can see right there, not a car even in sight around. In case you're wondering, the time of the year I did this trip, it was in early September, so that's why you see the weather is in ideal conditions with no snow at all. So now I'm going to head on over to this small town here in Sweden and show you what the drive continues to look like along the way. So now I'm in Sweden. Here's a little rest area. I wanted to show you how cool this looks with the little creek and the water running past it. And then as I pan the camera over, you'll see how open the road conditions are. Look at this, not a car within miles here. And the road driving conditions are really good on this highway. So as I said earlier, I did this drive in early September. Notice that waterfall there off in the background, and also the leaves are starting to change colors, getting ready for fall. And again, here's another shot of the open highway. Look at this. Miles and miles and miles of road with no cars at all in sight. And you could check out some more of those beautiful fall colors changing right here before your eyes. And also, in addition to seeing the trees changing colors, you'll also see big bodies of water along this drive as well. And of course, here's some more open road and some trees that are still changing over. So as I said before, if you ever get a chance to take a drive up in these parts, Sweden and Norway, do yourself a favor, get in a car and do it. You won't regret it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So after driving for 3.5 hours leaving Bodo, Norway, I arrive at this small town of Arjeplog, Sweden. Arjeplog, which literally translates to plow plow, tells you all you need to know about this small town. It is a town made up of hard-working people who have built this town to where it is at today. So now I'm going to give you a little bit of a walking tour around this place, showing you the highlights, things you may want to know in case you plan on coming here. So the first thing you'll see as you enter into this small town is this museum. It is the Silver Museum. They have different things in here showing you what life was like in the early days when Arjeplog was first starting. As it is well worth a visit. It's free to enter. Here's a little pan shot of around what the city looks like right here. In addition to this being the town museum, they also have tourist information in here as well. Hours of operation are daily from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So now let's go on in and I'll show you what this place looks like from the inside. And then this is the actual museum part itself. Look, they show what it looks like in these old parts. This is what it looked like many, many years ago. There's the traditional wear right there that they wear, the women. So let's look at this old log. Wow, look at this. This is kind of neat. Little log houses or cabins, things that they used to live in way back in the day, right here. And then look, even a tree house high atop there. That's kind of neat. And this tells all about it, what it is, what they did with these things. And then they got the pink church. Look at this. It's pretty neat. Water here coming off the lake, and then the pink church. Let's go see if this church is open.
If you're finding this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to receive more of this informative content, please subscribe to the channel. And this is the Arjeplog Church. This church immediately caught my attention because of the pink color. I've been in several churches around the world and never have seen a pink one looking quite like this one. So naturally, I was compelled to go in and check it out. This church you'll be seeing on a lot of brochures whenever you Google the town of Arjeplog. This is one of the first images that comes up. So let's go on in now and show you what this church looks like inside. So looking at this church from the outside, I really didn't know what to expect when I entered, but I was pleasantly surprised and impressed when I first walked in. So many things that caught my eye from the very moment I stepped in this church. From the blue ceiling to the red carpet, the wooden floors, the burgundy style chairs, benches, and the pillars, white pillars. Really a quite contrast different from outside of it just being pink and black, with a whole lot of colors going on inside. Look at there, a great big pipe organ with the balcony, the candles, and then the blue ceiling, of course. Look at that. This is quite an architecture marvel, to say the least. And it's an old style church. This looks like it could be something out of a movie set. Notice also there's no crucifix in the front, so it's not a Christian church. I did ask around trying to find what denomination, religion this church is. Nobody knew. So look at those nice wooden steps there going on up into the balcony. And the single set candle here near the piano. And the old style windows. And then of course, look at the pulpit there. Fine architecture and detail, attention to detail on this sculpturing of the pulpit itself and the little chairs by it. And then they had this little side area. Not sure what goes on here, but as I pan the camera around looking at the building, really impressed, and would highly recommend, if you're in this town or near the town, stop by this church and check it out for yourself. And here's one last look at that big pipe organ high atop the balcony as I get ready to leave this church. This is pretty convenient. It shows you where a lot of things are in town. You can find your way pretty quickly around here. And so this is a real small town, but it's very interesting on the things they have here. Here's a tailor. If you want some clothes tailor-made, or house rental office, active gym, right here. And if you're interested in other activities, tours, they have this little place here that can help you out with that. Here's the store here, Coop. Has a lot of, it's a really good little store. Has a lot of things in there to buy. Here's one of the finer hotels in the city, right here. And then they have some other restaurants right around this corner. So that will more than do it on this video, taking you from Bodo, Norway to Arjeplog, Sweden. If you'd like to see my other travel videos in the Norway-Sweden area, please click on the link now. Thank you so much for watching. Never lost Roma with Phil Ernest.